I was watching Joe Rogan the other day. He was interviewing Robert Downey Jr., who played the Iron Man in 3 movies. Joe was asking him questions about his portrayal of Iron Man. So I got to thinking, what is going on with superheroes and our culture? Hi, my name is Linda. I'm a retired American history teacher with an addiction to history, and I don't mean just one kind of history, all kinds of history. So, what is going on with superheroes and our culture? I did some research, and this is some nuggets that I came up with. But before I share with you what I found, let's test your superhero skills. Number 1, which superhero's real name is Peter Parker? Is it A, Spider-Man, B, Batman, C, Superman, or D, Captain America? If you said Spider-Man, you are right as rain. Number 2, which superhero has a butler called Alfred? Is it A, Iron Man, B, Wonder Woman, C, Batman, or D, Spider-Man? If you said Batman, correctamundo. Number 3, which superhero's only weakness is kryptonite? Is it A, Wolverine, B, Superman, C, Green Lantern, or D, Batman? Did you say Superman? Exacto mundo. Number 4, which superhero owns a company called Stark Industries? Is it A, Green Lantern, B, Batman, C, The Flash, or D, Iron Man? If you picked Iron Man, you are super correct. Number 5, which superhero gets their superpowers from their power ring? A, The Flash, B, Green Lantern, C, Wonder Woman, or D, Supergirl? If you pick Green Lantern, you are correct. Number 6, what is the real name of the Incredible Hulk? Is it A, Bruce Wayne, B, Peter Parker, C, Bruce Banner, or D, Tony Stark? Did you pick Bruce Banner? Right on. Number 7, which of the following superheroes is not a member of the Fantastic Four? Is it A, Silver Surfer, B, Invisible Girl, C, Mr. Fantastic, or D, Human Torch? Did you pick Silver Surfer? You're right. It is not Silver Surfer. It's the Thing. Okay, here's the last one. Number 8. Diana Prince is the civilian identity of which superhero? Is it A, Elastigirl, B, Supergirl, C, Wonder Woman, or D, Batgirl? Did you pick Wonder Woman? You are wonderfully right. How'd you do? Are you a superhero master of the universe? Right on. The majority of superheroes that are popular today were created from the late 1930s to the 1970s. In the past, the popularity of superheroes have been primarily social and political issues, including the Depression, World War II, and then the Cold War. Let's take a look at the superheroes that were covered in the Test Your Skills. We're going to look at Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, Fantastic Four, Spider-Man, the Incredible Hulk, and Iron Man. So, we're going to start with our first superhero, and that is Superman. Superman is our first hero. Superman is published for the first time in 1938 by DC Comics. 1938 is the later part of the Great Depression, around the time the U.S. was gearing up to be the arsenal of democracy. Before we get directly involved into the war, Superman is created by two young men, Jerry Siegel and Joe Shuster. Superman is going to kick off America's golden age of comic books, from the Depression to about the 1950s. Superman is born on another planet. He comes to America as an immigrant, just like Siegel and Shuster's parents. His alter ego is mild-mannered journalist Clark Kent. He has superhuman strength. He has superhuman X-ray vision. He has superhuman breath, wind breath, or freezing breath, like he blows it out and that's what happens. Accelerated healing, and he can fly. Only thing can get him is kryptonite. That will render him helpless. And he fights for truth, justice, and the American way.
I mean, why are you here? There must be a reason for you to be here.
Yes, I'm here to fight for truth and justice and the American way.
You're going to end up fighting every elected official in this country.
Next, we have Batman. Batman comes out a year later in 1939. Artist Bob Kane and writer Bill Finger jumped on the popularity of Superman. Only this hero does not have any superhuman powers. Batman's alias is Bruce Wayne. Bruce Wayne is a wealthy American playboy, philanthropist, and industrialist. When he was little, he witnessed the murder of both his parents, and he swears vengeance against criminals. He trains himself physically and intellectually, so instead of superhuman powers, he relies on his intellect, fighting skills, and wealth. Batman has also supporting characters like his butler Alfred. Robin is going to be his sidekick, and then Catwoman, who assists him here and there. It's not who I am underneath, but what I do that defines me.
It's not who I am underneath, but what I do that defines me.
Next superhero is a woman, Wonder Woman to be exact. She was created in 1941, published by DC Comics. By the way, DC means Detective Comics. Wonder Woman symbolizes the value of women in American society, their physical and mental strengths and values. Men are not the only sex that have these qualities. But she, of course, is obsessed over her boyfriend and pictures herself marrying him and their future together. So actually, she has a weakness, and that's her boyfriend. That's her kryptonite. Her alter ego is Diana Prince. She possessed superhuman strength, speed, reflexes, stamina, and durability. She could fly in her invisible plane. She had the lasso of truth and bracelets that can fend off bullets, projectile tiara and sword and shield. Wonder Woman's original significance was to influence women of all ages. But in the early 1970s, feminist and founder of MS Magazine, Gloria Steinem, brought her back with more feminist values that were being introduced in the late 60s and 70s. And you can bet she's not going to be spending her time pining over a man. Next is actually a team of superheroes, the Fantastic Four. The Fantastic Four debuts in 1961. It's created by Stan Lee and Jack Kirby and is published by Marvel Comics. There were number one, Mr. Fantastic, alias Reed Richards. He is a scientific genius, the leader of the group. He can stretch his body into incredible lengths and strengths. Number two, Invisible Woman, alias Susan or Sue Storm. She is Mr. Fantastic's girlfriend, then later wife, and little sister to the Human Torch. She can become invisible, and later on, she'll be able to project powerful invisible force fields. Number 3 is The Thing, alias Ben Grimm. He is a former football star and college roommate of Mr. Fantastic, Reed Richards. The Thing tends to be a little on the grumpy side. He is a good pilot who possesses superhuman strength, durability, and endurance due to the stone-like flesh. Number 4, the Human Torch, which was originally created in 1939 but reinvented in 1961, alias Johnny Storm. His powers are pyrokinesis, basically he could set himself on fire and not burn himself. He can fly by using the flame as a thruster. He can manipulate his own flame into shapes. He can absorb heat, energy, and has resistance to extreme heat, so he could live in Phoenix, Arizona. Flame on, he says. All 4 of these superheroes were exposed to cosmic rays during a mission to outer space, and because of that, they became mutants. According to historian Stephen Krinsky, creator Lee's natural dialogue and flawed characters appealed to 1960s kids looking for things to be real. Next, we have Spider-Man and the Incredible Hulk. They both came out the same year in 1962. Spider-Man was created by Stan Lee and Steve Ditko, published by Marvel Comics. Spider-Man's alias is Peter Parker. His parents both die in a plane crash. He acquires his spider-related abilities from a radioactive spider that bit him. Peter Parker becomes a teenage mutant. His powers include superhuman strength and agility. He can cling to surfaces and detect danger with his spider sense. Peter Parker builds a wrist-mounted web shooter that shoots artificial spider webbing. Spider-Man is special, not so much for his powers, but more that he was a nerdy high school student and he encounters the typical teenage dramas. So according to historian Paul Kupperberg, this is new to comic books. Lee and Ditko had created the flawed superhero with everyday problems. He is created by Stan Lee and Jack Kirby. He's published by Marvel in 1962. Hulk's alter ego is Dr. Robert Bruce Banner. He's a very good physicist, but he's weak, he's withdrawn, and he's reserved. Banner is accidentally exposed to heavy doses of gamma radiation, which causes him to transform into an uncontrollable green monster when he's subjected to emotional stress. The Hulk's strength is proportionate to his level of anger. Commonly portrayed as a raging savage, Hulk has been represented with other personalities based on Dr. Banner's fractured psyche. Culturally, this is often viewed as a reaction of war, specifically the Cold War. Okay, let's take a look at Iron Man. He was co-created in 1963 by Stan Lee, Larry Lieber, Don Heck, and Jack Kirby, and published by Marvel. Iron Man's alias is Anthony Edward or Tony Stark. He is a wealthy American business magnate, playboy, philanthropist, inventor, and ingenious scientist. The story goes that Tony Stark is kidnapped. While being kidnapped, he suffers a severe chest injury. His captors try to force him to make a weapon of mass destruction.
He instead creates a mechanized suit of armor to save his life and escape. Later, Stark develops his suit by adding weapons and other technological devices he designed through his company, Stark Industries. He uses this suit to protect the world. Iron Man begins with the Cold War, particularly the role of American technologies and industry and the fight against communism. Iron Man transitions from Cold War era to contemporary matters. Robert Downey Jr. plays the part of Iron Man in all three contemporary films. From Superman, created by a couple of young men selling their comic book for a dime, it gave kids a little bit of escapism from the Great Depression. The comics during World War II had superheroes taking on the enemies of the United States and other allies. Again, the focus audience is going to be kids and teenagers. Could be while fathers may be overseas and or their mothers may be working outside the home, helping the war effort. It will give young people some temporary escapism. The war is over, and by 1950, the golden age of comics begins to slide. In the 1960s, comic books are going to evolve to be more realistic, showing weaknesses along with strengths of the superheroes. This time focusing on tweens and teens of the 1960s. The 60s saw such an evolution in society, so the comic books had to evolve with it. And Stan Lee saw that, and it reflected in Spider-Man and in the Fantastic Four. So, now in the 21st century, and especially from 2010 to present, superheroes are now attracting not only kids but adults too, especially when the superheroes went Hollywood. Now it becomes a combination of nostalgia, escapism, and entertainment. When Hollywood began using CGI or computer-generated imagery, it became a whole new ball game for superheroes. Just in the last 10 years, 40, give or take, movies have come out. Another 6 are coming out in 2022. Superheroes are a gold mine for Hollywood. They can make bank, but they are very expensive to make. In fact, the Avengers Endgame in 2019 was the most expensive so far. The budget for that film was $356 million. You'll see more sequels and different adventures with combining the superhero teams like the Avengers or facing them off against each other like DC Superman versus Marvel's Batman. But I must say, they are very entertaining. Sometimes it would be nice to have a superhero that will fight for truth, justice, and the American way, right? On that note, don't forget to subscribe and ring that little bell so you'll know when the next episode is out. Learn something every day. Become someone's superhero. Peace out.
Down, Gracie, down.